Learning your first muscle up is as easy as adding weight to your pull-ups and your chin-ups. By simply focusing on power production using these movements, you can drastically upgrade your pulling power and start to begin to see results with your muscle up. You can start working on transitional muscle up exercises when you can pull about a quarter of your body weight for reps in the weighted pull-up and weighted chin-up. Avoid these transition exercises initially and develop your strength first. Also, it's important to take note that there are some prerequisites before starting to do muscle ups, so make sure you can do about 8 to 12 chin-ups or pull-ups and about the same amount of body weight dips. This is just to ensure that you have adequate foundational strength before you start adding weight to your body weight in these movements. It's important to warm up the muscles that support the shoulder blades. So here I'm doing shoulder protractions to support the shoulder girdle in the dip position, and here I'm doing scapular retractions hanging from the bar in order to warm up the muscles that are going to produce force and stabilize the shoulder during the pull. It's also advantageous to get some external rotation work in, like with a face pull. You could even use prone movements on the floor that are going to wake up your scapula. Like here I'm doing a weighted W. Anything where you get retraction through the scapula, through the shoulder blades, that's going to help wake up all those muscles. Then you can do 1 to 2 sets of your chin-ups and dips just for about 5 to 6 reps just to warm up. Then you're ready to start adding weight. When you're doing your working sets, you want to start light. Add weight from session to session and slowly progress with the movements over time. Whatever you do, do not start balls to the wall with heaps of weight attached to you. It's a really fast way to injure yourself, and that is the last thing you want to do when we're performing exercise. So my recommendation is just start with a 2.5 kilo plate attached to you with either a weight, like a weighted dip belt, or you could even put a 2.5 kilo dumbbell between your feet initially. Over time, you will slowly add 2.5s. So this might look like 2.5 in your first session, 5 kilos in your second session, 7.5 in your third session, and so on. In terms of prescription for the actual workouts, just do 2 pulling and 2 pushing sessions a week. So that might be Monday, Thursday, you do your pulling exercises. Tuesday, Friday, you do all your pushing exercises. Some people even like to mix it up a little bit, so you could just do 2 weighted pulling and pushing sessions together each week, and then you can do hypertrophy work on the rest of the week, working around those exercises. So what that might look like is Monday you do 3 sets of 5 of your weighted chin-up. Then you go on to do some hypertrophy work for your back, so you do 3 sets of 8 chin-ups. Then you do a little bit of light work for your pushing, maybe some push-ups, and some external rotation work to support your shoulder girdle. And then on your pushing session, you do your 3x5 set of dips. Then you go on to do unweighted dips for 3 sets of 8 to 12, your hypertrophy work. Then you go into a little bit of chin-ups, just unweighted, or maybe some body weight rows just to support your development for your back. Ultimately, there's a lot of different methods that work. There's a lot of different ways to skin the cat when it comes to developing strength, and basically the easiest method that I would recommend is just that, adding weight slowly over time, session to session. If you happen to hit any speed bumps in terms of you get to a weight where you can't progress, Say for example, you do 1 set of 5, 2 sets of 5, your third set you only get 3 reps with any given weight. Well, the next time you do a session, what you want to do is just lower all the reps. So instead of aiming for 5, you aim for 4 reps, and if you're successful with 4 reps, then you're going to slowly increase the reps from 4. Building strength takes time, it's a slow process, and you have to take it session to session. You want to celebrate the small victories. 1 rep on a set here and there is what you can expect when you're increasing your strength. As long as your diet is supporting you in terms of being in a caloric surplus with plenty of protein, then you're going to make those strength developments that we're looking for in order to edge your way to that explosive power and get your muscle up unlocked, okay? Once you've built a base level of strength, you can start working on the transition in the muscle up. The reason I reckon you guys need to just forget about it for the first part of the process is that the transition, like drilling the transition, for most people it's only going to deliver you about 10% of the results that you want, maybe even less for some people. And that reason for that is it's just simply a really, really challenging exercise to do. So drilling the transition as I'm doing here, like with a slow eccentric on the way down into the transition, trying to slow the transition as much as possible. It is a very effective way to get used to the positioning, but it isn't really going to help most of you at this stage. You really just want to practice explosive power using the weighted variations that I've shown you. And if you do choose to put in some transitional work into your programming, just do it once or twice a week to support your foundation work, which is going to be adding weight to those basic calisthenic movements. I haven't covered the bar muscle up, and I'm going to cover it in a different video because it requires its own particular technique. But basically, if you use the weighted pull-ups and the weighted dips and the weighted chin-ups, you're going to develop enough strength where the bar muscle up is pretty easy, and all you have to do is learn the technique of it. There is a little bit of a knack to the bar muscle up, and you can cheat the bar muscle up pretty easily too. So for that reason, most people start with the bar muscle up. Personally, once you've developed the adequate strength, I actually believe that the ring muscle up is an easier muscle up to learn because you don't have anything blocking your path when you're pulling up. So you can land in the dip in a more centered position. With the bar muscle up, you have to do a S-shaped curve around the bar, and for that reason, a lot of people use momentum. So the easiest way to enter into the muscle up on a bar is to jump from a distance behind the bar, not directly underneath it. And this is going to send you into a dead hang where you're swinging beneath the bar. You then need to learn how to capture that momentum and then pull at the right time so that when you pull up and behind the bar in an S shape. Okay? So that's the basic gist of the bar muscle up. Again, I'll cover it in another video later on down the track. So that's basically it, guys. The foundation of a muscle up is in those weighted movements. There are many other methods people like to use, just practicing explosive chin-ups and pull-ups to practice getting their sternum to the bar. All of that stuff works, man, but it really just is a lot simpler to just add weight. Like, in my opinion, adding weight to the pull-up and chin-up and dip is fishing with dynamite when it comes to learning the muscle up. So start doing it, Let me know what you think about it. It's going to take you a little bit of time, but eventually you'll get there. Just keep pushing through with it, guys, and you'll eventually get it. If you found this video helpful at all, please subscribe, like, and ring the notification bell, and that way you can see all the videos that I'm going to post in the future. I will post more in-depth videos on different exercises as we go, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one.